to the Wingchun channel where martial arts is the way of life. Today I'm going to share with you the Wingchun Kun Kut. In Cantonese, what that means is the Wingchun Manifest or the Wingchun core concepts. So if you're studying Wingchun Kung Fu, you need to know these core concepts that have been passed down through history, through many generations of Wingchun Sifus. And these will combine a lot of the fundamentals of Wingchun that you need to know in order to practice and execute the Kung Fu in the right way. So I'm going to explain to you 6 of them. There's a lot more, but here's 6 of the Wingchun Kun Kut manifest right now. The first one is Yao Sao, Qi Sao, Mo Sao, Man Sao. Isn't it cool? It rhymes. So the reason they make it rhyme is so that it can be remembered easily, like a poem. And I hope I pronounced Cantonese properly. My Cantonese is so bear with me. So what this means is, if you have the hand, stick the hand. If there's no hand, ask for the hand. So in practical use is, if you have contact with the other person's limbs or hands in this case, you're going to stick to them and keep sticking to them so that you have control of those hands. If you don't have contact with their hands, you ask for them, which is the Man Sao position in Wing Chun, Man Sao, which means you're asking for the hand. It's like a caterpillar. They don't have eyes, right? So how do they see? They have to feel with their tentacles or their antennas. So this is your antenna, and you're asking for the hand. The concept is to use this antenna and to get contact with the other person's hand as soon as possible so that you can start sticking to the hand. So that's the first thing and first concept in Wing Chun is, if you have contact, stick to them. If you don't have contact, ask for the contact or find the contact or ask for them so that they'll give it to you. Alright, so that's the first saying. Here's the second saying. Loi lao hui song, lat sao tek chong. It rhymes, isn't that cool? So what this means is, if somebody's coming to stay, you're going to send them away or escort them away. If they lose contact, you're going to charge straight in. So how does this work in fighting? If somebody's going to come into your zone, into your range, you're going to greet it and then send them away. So it works more in a kind of the Tai Chi way too, because when the energy comes, you're going to greet the energy, suck in the energy, and then bounce it back to them. So that's what it means, okay? Or you can basically, if somebody's coming to attack you, you send them back with a counter. So that's loi lao hui song. Lat sao tek chong. So if they are losing contact, then you're going to go straight in and charge in. So when there's an opportunity for you to charge into the center line, then you're going to take the opportunity and charge in. So tek chong, straight charge. That's what it means. So that's the second saying. Let's move on to the third one. Here's the third core concept of Wing Chun, very important. And actually it's a core concept of many martial arts too. Here it says, loi lik, se lik, jie lik, chut kik. It rhymes again, it sounds so cool. Alright, so loi lik, which means incoming energy or incoming force. Se lik, redirect the energy. Jie lik, borrow the energy. Chut kik, which means to open up attack or start some kind of attack. So if there's incoming energy, you're going to redirect the energy. You're going to borrow their energy. Somebody's giving you energy, you're going to borrow that, use their energy to attack them. So this is not just exclusive to Wing Chun. A lot of martial arts uses this, and this is actually the concept behind pretty much all martial arts, right? So this is a really good one. I like it. Loi lik, se lik, and then jie lik, chut kik. Okay, so that's the third one. Here's the fourth saying. It says, pa da zhong guai da, tam da zhong bei da. Now this is very important in all martial arts, not just Wing Chun. It says, if you're afraid of getting hit, eventually you're going to get countered. If you are too greedy and to hit somebody, then you're going to get hit, or you're going to be the target. It's going to bounce back to you. So this is talking about your mindset. Don't be too fearful and don't be too greedy. Okay, have a centered mindset so that you don't get countered and you don't become the target. You don't fall into somebody's trap. Okay, so once again, it is 怕打. If you're afraid of getting hit, 中怪打, eventually you're going to get hit or get countered. 贪打, which means if you're greedy to hit, then 中被打, eventually you're going to be the one that gets hit. Alright, so that's the fourth one, very useful, just keep that in mind. Hey, here's the fifth saying or core concept of Wingchun, which is more Wingchun than most martial arts. It says, 練練逼宮, 絕不放鬆. So what it means is you want to continue to stick to your opponent to force him with your techniques. And it says 絕不放鬆, which means never, never, or absolutely not let go, or absolutely not collapse your structure. So very important core concept in Wingchun because we rely a lot on sticking hands. We rely a lot on the sticking, which means lim, to stick, to be to keep contact with the opponent. So lim, which means continue with sticking consecutively, or just keep sticking to the person. To big gong, which means to force your technique or force them to do something. Okay, so you're putting them into a position where they are on a defensive with your sticking technique. Then it says 絕不放鬆, never lose contact, basically, or never collapse your structure. So which is important because when you're doing the chi sao, if you collapse your structure, then it opens you for attack. Okay, so never do that. So this is a very important core concept in Wingchun, and I hope you like it. Here's the sixth saying or core concept in Wingchun. It says, 拳由心法, 經法無形. This is one of the ones that don't rhyme, but it's very important. It says, your strikes comes from the heart. Okay, and that can be interpreted a couple ways. So it can be interpreted as your strikes come from the center line where your heart is. It comes out from the center. Another way to interpret it is to say that your strikes come from your heart, which means your intention, which is internal, and coming from your energy. As heart represents your energy, represents your soul, represents your spirit and your mind. So you can interpret that way and say that your strikes come from your spirit, or your strikes come from your internal energy. Okay, that's one way to interpret it too. And it says here, 經法無形. 經 is force or energy, or some kind of like the release or explosion of energy. It's called ging. So when you're releasing this energy, when you're attacking, 無形, which means it's invisible or there's no form. So this is the core concept behind the 1-inch punch or the no-inch or the no-distance striking, is that if you can master this part, 拳由心法, if you can master the concept of using your internal energy to launch your attacks, then your force will have no movement, or will have no shadow, or will have no form, and it will be invisible. So that's the core concept between the the no distance punching and the 1-inch punch or very close distance punching. It's based on this very, very important concept. Okay, so that's the sixth one. Really cool concept. These are the 6 sayings. There's actually more, but these are the ones I like best, and they rhyme, most of them. And these are the 6 sayings that become the foundation of Wingchun concepts. Some of them can be applied to other martial arts. And guess what? A lot of these concepts can be applied to everyday life too. How do you deal with your problems? How do you deal with your obstacles and any issues that you deal with in life? A lot of these concepts are usable and applicable to any kind of life situation. That's why in this channel, martial arts is the way of life. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions and comments, make sure you make them, and then we'll see you soon in the next lesson.